Hello dears and dudes, and this is a little bit different video than what I normally do on the channel. I've done some reaction videos before where I just react to video game trailers and things like that, but I've never taken the time to react to comments left on any of my videos. And I don't know if I'm actually going to post this one or not. If you're watching, then that answers that question. If not, then I am just a weirdo talking to a camera. So there's that. It's fine. Those of you that saw the coffee corner a couple days ago know that it was kind of a tough week for me. And I had students of mine, both current and former, just kind of come out of the woodwork and just show their support, which was amazing. Shauna was kind of watching it for me, and she was telling me that it was blowing up a little bit. And I was like, I can't read those comments right now. I just can't do it, because it's going to make me emotional. And I figure, why not read them? Why not post my reaction in a video? It's the least I could do for them. And I don't know how this is going to go. It might be Snyderman blubbering like a baby. It might be Snyderman being goofy. It might be any number of things. So we'll just have to wait and see. Let's go ahead and let's jump into the reaction. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, this is the video that I was talking about. This was this week's Coffee Corner. I posted it 2 days ago. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and we're going to react to this and just kind of see how things go. I don't know. I'm going mostly blind into these comments. I am going to start with one of my current students whose comment I already have pulled up. I'll censor it a little bit just because I've been trying to keep my school pretty private. I do that for a reason, just so it doesn't get too far out there. But let's go ahead and start reading. Sorry to hear that this week went so poorly for you, Mr. Snyder. I generally try not to get too involved in the politics of the school. Good for you. That's what you should do. You should keep to yourself, stay out of the drama. So aside from this video, I've only been getting information about all of this from word of mouth. Maybe it blew up bigger than I thought. I don't know. Maybe. Having said that, I really am sorry to hear that this event's thrown you for such a loop. I don't mean to get sentimental with this, but for pretty much the entirety of my middle school career, the school went through history teachers pretty quickly, and I probably did more learning using online programs than I did with a proper teacher. Sorry to hear that. Up until this point, I was pretty interested in history, but without a competent teacher for a large portion of my educational career, nearly killed my interest in the subject altogether. Granted, there were a couple good people that came in, but they didn't stay long enough to really have all that much of an impact on me. Having said that, and at the risk of being a tad melodramatic, you coming to insert school completely revitalized my interest in history as a subject. Between the class I took last year and the concurrent enrollment class I'm currently taking, I can't say that I've had a single complaint against you as a teacher. You've never come a day unprepared. You've always seemed completely approachable should a student not understand a topic fully, and I can't think of a single time that you've tried to force any political belief to us. I'm sure that I can speak for a good majority of the student body when I say that you've done an amazing job at teaching us to study history from an unbiased, objective angle, and certainly believe that we're better set for the world than a majority of our peers. Having said all that, I don't see you as a poor history teacher, let alone a failure of one. I do sincerely believe that you are teaching us history as correctly as any human being can teach us, and your confidence in yourself regarding your job is completely deserved. I'm probably repeating myself as this has gone on a bit longer than I'd like, but if there's anything to take away from this, you've always done a wonderful job being impartial, and it's never felt like you've forced any system of beliefs onto a student. I'm terribly sorry this went for as long as it did, and I do hope that this week treats you better than last week. So far it has. Thank you. Having said all that, though, I am looking forward to Mass Effect being on the channel. Me too! And I'm looking forward to class tomorrow. It went well. I think it's going to be good. Yeah, that one I had read already, but still, it's good to know. I mean, as you can see, I've already replied to that one. but yeah, I I knew some of that. I didn't have a full understanding of what everything was like in terms of the school before I got there. I had a little bit of an idea, but we'll just have to go from there. I'm glad that I've had that impact. I Yeah, it that makes me feel good. And like I said, I knew some of that already from that particular student, but it's good to hear. It really is. I am going to go through and read Cheesy's, and then we'll get into some of the other ones. Cheesy, I cannot believe that anyone who is lucky enough to have someone so dedicated to nurturing his kids could ever feel like you've let them down or you've failed. You are wonderful, kind, passionate, and positive. I do try. I mean, I really do. And I promise the only reason that you're so worried about failure is because you are so passionate. I sure hope so. Um, I'm beginning to realize that I may or may not have a little bit of anxiety, but who knows? You're amazing, dude. As the comments from your students are crystal clear. I haven't read any. Cheesy. I don't know. And Cheesy did leave a couple other comments. Uh, what the hell was that start? The Tower of Power, Cheesy. You don't even know the Macho Man coming at you. Oh yeah. And what the hell is in your coffee? Nothing, I swear. I swear, I swear, I swear. Yeah. I really promise there's nothing in my coffee. Yeah. Okay. Um let's jump to the next ones here. I think I'll just go down the line and jump around a little bit, maybe just to make sure that I want to make sure I read the ones from everybody. Like if they left more than one, I want to read them back to back. So you should do a Mr. Krabs impression. Inspired by the jazz hands. It's not jazz hands. I don't know what this is, but it's not jazz hands. Um, Again, I don't know. All right, here we go. You are probably the best history teacher I've ever had. You always explain everything really well and had a way of making it easy to remember. I learned way more in your class than I have any other class. Not only are you an amazing teacher, you are always there for your students regardless of their race, gender, sexuality, or religion. Yeah. You're inclusive, and a lot of kids don't agree with that. Our generation think their opinions are the only ones that matter, and you were a huge part of me learning that personally. You were my You were my dad when I had absolutely no one else, and honestly, you're a huge part in me being the way I am today. You taught me so much more than just history. You taught me how to make the best of a bad situation and keep my head up through the hard days. I sure could use my own advice right now, huh? I'm sorry everything is going crappy right now, but you're an amazing teacher and an amazing person all the way around. Your feelings are valid no matter how big or small. The issue is the way you feel about it is how you feel, and you shouldn't have to defend your feelings to anyone. Keep being the amazing light and goofy sunshine you are. Oh, okay. Uh, you almost got me. Not gonna happen. Not gonna do it. Nope. 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 Not gonna cry. Not gonna do it. Okay, here we go. All right. Your life is an amazing crazy life. I could not imagine how much you go through trying to teach and help everyone around you. You were one of the best teachers I had, and I miss you so much. Miss you too, by the way. Not just learning from you, but how much you supported me and how you continue to do so. You are such an amazing teacher and influencer, and I would not be where I am without you, Snyder. And keep affecting everyone. You are so amazing, and I cannot tell you that enough, but you truly are an amazing teacher, and I know life gets rough, but everyone should watch your videos. Watch my videos, everyone! And everyone should know who Snyderman is. Keep being the best history teacher. Again, not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Thank you. All right. Couple more here. Oh boy. In the best of times, teaching government and politics can be divisive. Yeah, that's why I love it. I mean, that's why I love it, let alone when it's a controversial topic. On top of that, it's easy to get emotional as a teenager, especially if it feels like something was directed towards you or intended to cause you harm. But I stand by the fact that you were generally one of the best teachers I ever had in my entire middle and high school career, particularly because none of that stopped you from actually teaching. You taught controversial topics, even ones that you knew our class would be very vocally divided on, because the things you were teaching were important, and I know a lot of people wouldn't have done that. Beyond that, even in times where a lot of us were arguing or upset about a similar situation, you were also good at mediating and understanding both sides, which again, a lot of people aren't exactly willing to do. Teaching is a hard job. One of the hardest, for sure. Teaching is a hard job despite what the general population seems to think. And teaching teenagers is its own brand of difficult, a whole different ball game for sure. But still, you were and still are a great teacher, and I wouldn't have wanted to go through high school with any other history teacher. I know I picked on you a lot, but if I didn't, you would be concerned. And I appreciate everything you said. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to respond to all these. I think I might make it. From Macho Man. Oh yeah, Tristan knows. To Mass Effect, what a roller coaster of a video. Pun intended. You're a great teacher and definitely have the right to hype yourself up. I doubt your students wouldn't argue that statement. You are super passionate about what you do, and you'll get through the low point. We go through them so that we can truly feel the satisfaction and pride of making it back up to the peak. Keep pushing through. You're doing great. Don't beat yourself up. You're the Michael Phelps of pool of history teaching. Thanks, Tristan. You're great, and you're one hell of a teacher. I cannot wait for the upcoming videos. Keep up the good work with the YouTubes, and just keep doing what you do best. Okay. Yeah. That I wasn't sure what I was gonna go into. Yeah. I needed that, and even though the entire situation last week wasn't directed at me and it wasn't a shot at me, it still made me feel like I was a failure. And just, this is the great thing about teaching, is you can see the impact that you make. You might not get it all the time. You might not see it all the time. You very rarely see it. Teaching is one of those professions where you get, quite frankly, you get shit on a lot. And nobody seems to appreciate it. I mean, we as teachers, we were supported through COVID when it first started, but once the school year picked back up this year, it seems like we're back at the status quo, and we're expected to do more by the public, not by our administrators, or at least not mine. I will firmly stand by my administrators. They've done a great job supporting us through this. But teaching is just one of those professions, man, that it gets you, and you don't get a lot of praise for it. Not that I need a pat on the back all the time, but when something like what happened last week happened, in other words, like when you get one of those situations where you're like, dang, am I doing the right thing? When you get something like that, like those comments, it means a lot. I genuinely am appreciative to all of you. I I love y'all, really. I may not say it a whole lot, but when it comes to my students, they are more than my students. They are my kids, and they will always be my kids. Um, Maybe I should be more vocal about that. I don't know. But fact of the matter is they're my kids and they mean the world to me, and knowing that I am moving in a good direction and knowing that I am a good teacher and that I am doing the right thing by you is the biggest accomplishment that I can have as an educator. I want to do right by you. And I'm not going to walk away from controversial topics. That was Luna, by the way. Don't know if you heard that. I'm not going to walk away from controversial topics. I'm not going to stop. And it might make some students uncomfortable sometimes. It might make me hit those valleys of teaching sometimes. But it's going to be okay. And like I said, maybe I overthought it, but just hearing what you had to say and reading what you had to say is incredibly humbling, and I appreciate it, and I can't believe that I made it through this without crying. I'm going to end it here before I do. I'm not a blubbering baby. It's not going to happen. But as usual, if you like this video, leave it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already. Leave me a comment down below. It lets me know what you're loving on the channel. And again, love y'all. Student, not student, whatever. I love you. Have a great day. We'll see ya.